Welcome to a special broadcast by the Gauteng Provincial Legislature, where we're profiling all House committees and chairpersons, as well as presiding officers at the Gauteng Provincial Legislature, with the hashtag #GetToKnowGPL. And for full versions of all of these interviews, you can log on to Gauteng Provincial Legislature social media pages on YouTube and Facebook. Thank you for joining us. We are in conversation with the Speaker of the Gauteng Provincial Legislature, Honourable Morakane Mosupyoe. Thank you for joining us, and thank you for making time to speak to the people of Gauteng. Can we start by asking you to tell us a little bit about yourself, and then get into the primary objectives, as Speaker of the Gauteng Provincial Legislature?
Okay, thank you very much, Mr. Cash, and good afternoon to the viewers. About myself, I think I will confine that to the work that I do. I am the Speaker of the Legislature in Gauteng. Before then, I was in the Executive Committee of the previous Premier, who was Ntate Makura, and then I continued working with the new Premier, Ntate Lesufi. I've been through three departments: economic development, social development, and sports. And then I came into the legislature, an experience that I value. So what is my responsibility as the Speaker? The mandate that we have as the legislature has got 4 pillars. The first one is lawmaking, which entails, amongst others, approving bills that would come from the executive. We also work with the NCOP, and some would come from Parliament, as you might know. The second one is oversight. This is our direct responsibility, actually, oversight over the executive. We must make sure that everything that they bring to the people of Gauteng through the legislature, after they have submitted, they stick to it and they do it within budget and they do it properly. There's no one who's breaking the law. Everything is up to par and as it's expected to be in law. The third one is public participation. All of us serve the people of Gauteng. This particular responsibility is delegated to the Deputy Chair of Committees. But as you know, Deputy Chair of Committees is one of the presiding officers. So those I work with 3 people: the Deputy Speaker, it's me, the Speaker, Deputy Speaker, the Chair of Chairs, and the Deputy Chair of Committees. So this responsibility is on his desk, but we work together with him just to make sure that it is properly implemented. The fourth and last one is the cooperative governance. This is chaired by the National Speaker. So as provincial speakers, we work with him, and your local government speakers would then work with us at a level, and then that chain, then it's proper, and then the synergy between the 3 spheres of government. In addition to that, we work with Chapter 9 and Chapter 10 institutions. I've met most of them, not all. I still have to meet some of them. These institutions, as you know, they support our democracy. So such as your IEC, your Public Protector, Public Service Commission, some were actually part of our program this morning. We also work with the AG and the Human Rights Commission. There are many, all of them, we work with all of them. So basically, that is our responsibility in a nutshell.
How do you ensure that, the office of the Speaker is held accountable?
We have committees, no? That are chaired in the main by people that would refer to, or MPLs that would refer to as your chairpersons of committees. That is the team that I work with. Amongst those, we have OCPOL, which is chaired by by the former Speaker, and then there is also the Integrity Commission. So the Integrity Commissioner basically makes sure that everybody who works for government, the public representatives, including your HODs, your accounting officers, their work is above board, and there's nothing that that would get anybody into trouble or bring the institution into disrepute in any way, form, or manner. So those are the 2 that are working directly with the Speaker in making sure that everything is done properly. But we also adopt laws and we make laws ourselves. And we also have policies that we use working together with the other three people that I spoke about to make sure that the GPL itself, as a lawmaking body, adheres to all the legal prescripts.
Honourable Mosupyoe, do you think members of the public, can differentiate between Gauteng provincial legislature and Gauteng provincial government?
Maybe when you said that I should introduce myself, I should also spoken to the fact that I was a ward councillor for 10 years. And what I picked up during that time is that for reasons that I still don't know where we get them from, we tend to assume that people are ignorant. And that is wrong. Because if you find yourself in a situation that we do what we are supposed to do as legislators, MPLs, then you have to go to the people, taking parliament to the people, and you go there with an attitude, a notion that people don't know, and you are going to tell them what you think, you will get a shock of your life. People are not ignorant. People know the difference between the legislature. Most people know the difference between the legislature and the executive. And they know what the responsibility of those people are. But it's not all of them that knows. And even including those that know, we still have a responsibility as the GPL to take government to the people. When we go to them, we tell them about the things, the work that we are doing currently. We don't go to them with the notion that, we are going to talk to ignorant people. It's not right. It isn't. And when we pick up that people are not aware of some factors, then it's your responsibility to bring it up to them and make them aware.
What would you say are some of the most significant challenges faced by your office, and how do you plan to address these issues?
Challenges that the legislature, I don't want to confine it to the office only, let me say the legislature broadly, would be the relationship between the executive and the legislature itself. If we can arrive at a point where we see the laws and policies that we have in place as enablers for us to be able to do our work properly, working together with the executive and the people, because all the services that we do, it's in the interest of the people, then the challenges won't be that significant, or they won't be, at a level that they impede progress. However, we are working with human beings. And human beings, as you know, we have a tendency of ignoring laws and policies and everything else that is supposed to help us to do our work. So the point that I want to make is that as the legislature, we adopt the budgets, we approve the department, your APPs, and we receive reports from the executive to help us to, and then, oversee the work that the executive is doing. Those are the tools that are supposed to help us to do our work if we go beyond personalities,
And looking back, I believe, we all, I suppose, in different positions that we hold, we bring a sense of pride in the work that we do, serving the people. But in the future, when you look back, what sort of legacy do you want to leave as a Speaker of the Gauteng Provincial Legislature, of your committee, in terms of improving accountability, improving governance, and most importantly, improving the lives of the people of Gauteng?
Legacy goals, in my opinion, should be aligned to the needs of the people. There's a policy imperative, and it's actually an act at municipality level, which allows communities to participate in the process of drawing their plans, and it's called the IDP process. That process, its intention was to make sure that people are part of planning for their development. Whatever information is gleaned from that level, as it gets to province will then glean their responsibilities, national will glean theirs, and then local government will then remain with them. So if you're saying that you are going to have a legacy goal and it doesn't speak to those, then it's not for the people, it's yours. So what we have is we took a look at that, and I'm going to give you only 3 examples now because there's many. When we started the 7th administration, the Premier and myself, we met and we said, we have been asked on many occasions, including from the IDP itself, that what is it that we are doing as the government of Gauteng to honor people who have paved the path for us. We then came up with, or maybe before I go there, the previous speaker had a program where she was honoring women every August. And we felt that we can modify that, working together with the Premier and honor. Obviously, we started with politicians, where Dr. Nkosazana Dlamini Zuma and Dr. Naledi Pandor. But we were not honoring them only because they were politicians. These are two ladies who, in their work, they were also working with communities. So this is one of the legacies that I think speaks to what people would relate to, not only us. Your general people of Gauteng, your general people of the country. After we honored them, we actually got commendations from as far as America, Africa, I think about 6 African countries, 2 states from America, and 3 other countries. I stand corrected on the numbers, but we got, positive feedback. And for these ladies, we held a special house sitting to make it possible. That's where the collaboration between the speaker and the Premier. One other thing that we did was the call for education, to educate our young people in disciplines that are related to the workspace. As you know, South Africa right now is sitting with a problem of young people who are not employable, but they have qualifications. So one of the challenges why that is happening, it's because their qualifications are not commensurate with what the industry wants. So we said, then let's look at how can we, help these young people to improve their skills. For those that are interested, we'll offer bursaries, and then we would then encourage them to look at what is currently, required by the industry outside. So one of the things that we did, in addition to offering your bursaries, we signed an MOU recently, I think it's about 4 weeks ago, with one of the universities, Sacramento State University in the USA, where they will be taking 20 young people from Gauteng who are interested in studying in the AI space. As you know, Sacramento is the 5th largest economy in the world.
The state.
The 5th largest. So it's big. Silicon Valley is there. Recently, the president was talking about the conversation that he had with Elon Musk. Elon Musk company industry is there.
Yes.
Yeah. So, it's those synergies and those relationships and partnerships that we want to forge to make sure that we leave a legacy that belongs to the young people of Gauteng, and they take it further and build their country and change the trajectory of our economy. So we humbly believe that it is a legacy worth pursuing, and we hope that it will change our young people's lives. There's many, but I would like to leave it with that. Maybe we'll have another conversation where I can give all of them to you and you understand them and you help us to get them out there, because we need these young people to come and take advantage of the opportunities that we are offering them.
I'm sure the people of Gauteng would appreciate an opportunity to hear more from you. Honourable Morakane Mosupyoe, Speaker of the Gauteng Provincial Legislature. And thank you so much for speaking to the people of Gauteng.